Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to a new rebuild, and today we're going to be rebuilding Valencia. After being in the Champions League in the 1920 season, they're now 19th in La Liga, so we're going to be rebuilding them and hopefully making them at least not get relegated. And of course, the first thing we do is promote our youth academy talent to the first team. And after making him a cam, Carvajal gets upgraded with about 10 overall rating, so he's gone from a 65 rated to a 75 rated. And our first signing is a big one. Gonzalo Inacio joining us from Sporting Club de Portugal for about £36 million. And we then also sign his teammate. I mean he's still his teammate technically, so Ugarte. I'm gonna say Ugarte because it sounds better in my head. Ugarte also joining us from Sporting Club de Portugal for £29 million. And the third player joining us is Velasco, joining us from MLS for £13 million. And of course, these are all the players that we've sold. We've like every single rebuild that I do, we sell a lot of players in the first season and we get a lot of money for it, and that's why we make these signings, why we could make these signings. And this is how the team looks at the moment. Put a different formation. Normally I use the same formation, but I had to use Carvajal in this starting lineup, and as you can see, the team is coming along pretty well already. And halfway through the season, you can see a lot of improvement from Valencia. We're 6th in the league, and that means Europa League for next season. And I mean, it's alright for me. It's fine by me. So let's look if we could make a couple of signings, and otherwise, let's go to the end of the season. And we do make one signing, but Gonzalo Ramos is going to join us after the end of this season. So he's going to join us next season, and I'll be honest, I don't really mind it. So let's look how we finished this season. And we do stay in the same place. And like I said, I'm really happy about it because in real life, Valencia's 19th and now we're 6th in the league. So we're already giving a lot of improvement to the squad. And sadly, we didn't win any trophies. We didn't win the Supercopa or the Copa de España. So let's just go to the second season. And I know that we already signed him, but I just wanted you to look at this. Why are there 2 Eden Hazards in our club? We already signed Ramos, of course, but why is he here? And why is Hazard here? I just don't. And now we move on to technically our first signing of the second season with Nico Schlotterbeck joining us from Dortmund for a lot of money. We paid £47 million for him. And the player joining us for even more money, for £52 million, is Rafinha, joining us from Barcelona. And I'm really trying to get top 4 this season. And we signed Lorente to help us do it for £43 million. And our final signing is Luca Romero, joining us on a free. I mean, first he was at Lazio, now he's at Valencia, and he's joining us for free. 71 rated, decent signing. And these are all the players that we've sold this season, or loaned out, of course. We also sold Musa. I mean, I really wanted to use him for a long time, but he just wasn't growing all that well. So let's go see how we're doing. Oh, Jesus Christ. I keep forgetting that I also have to do this. So this is how the team looks. Correa, I mean, he's injured, but he's an 81 overall rated at the moment. So the team is looking pretty good, and I think we could get top 4. And halfway through the season, we are 3rd in the league, which is really good. And a big improvement from last season. Let's take a look how we're doing in the Europe. And we easily get out of our Europa League group, which means that we could potentially be in a Europa League final this season. And we do stay in the top 4. We fell down to 4th in the league, which, I mean, 3rd or 4th, I don't really care if we're like one or the other. The only thing I care about is if we could win some trophies, and we don't win the Copa de España, but we are in the Europa League final. We could win our first trophy, and it could be a Europa League trophy. So let's get started into this final. And already, like, this is the second season only. It's only the second season, and well, we're already in a European final, and I hope we can get our first trophy. This doesn't count as the end of the remake, of course, after the rebuild, but it could be a big step towards the ending of the career mode. Our opponent is Leipzig, and well, they do have a strong team. They beat Arsenal, West Ham, and they beat Man City to get here, so they aren't bad. They aren't bad. Let's get started. And we don't start off all too great with a big gap opening up in our defense. And I don't know who, but he's just completely destroying me. And, well, Werner gets a lot of luck, gets through our defense, and he scores the first goal. It's not great to start like that. It's really not that great. And after a first half with only one shot on goal, we get another mistake from our defense. And Osimhen, I mean, he's going to get a goal if we make a mistake like that. Inacio doesn't even touch the ball, even though it went clearly between his feet. And they get another lucky FIFA goal, as I like to call them. The FIFA goals keep coming, but not for us. And Inacio, I mean, he should have had it. He should have had it. And we're 2-0 down. But we do finally get our first big chance. Carvajal with a great turn and a great shot to make it 2-1. And it's the last minute of the game. So, I mean, we're not going to win it. We're just not going to win it. It's sad, but we lost our first final on the channel. And it's Europa League, so it kind of hurts. It really hurts. Don't know why our fans are celebrating, because we lost. But yeah, let's just hope that maybe next season we'll win something. This will be an awful hard pill to swallow. And our first signing of the third season is going to be Trent Alexander-Arnold, joining us from Liverpool, not from Liverpool, but from Real Madrid for £98 million. And our second signing of this season is going to be Musiala, joining us from Bayern München for £116 million. And I've said it many times before on this channel, we're not going to show you every single free agent that we sign, because you can see them here, and otherwise I would have been showing a lot of free agent signings. So yeah, these are the players that we sold. We sold a few starting lineup players, but we signed a few to replace them, and this is how the team looks. It's a really good team right now. Carvajal is moved to the bench after being pretty decent, but Musiala will just help us a lot more. And halfway through the season, once again, we're third in the league, which still is really good. Is really good. I mean, I would have hoped to be in the title race a bit more than being third, but it doesn't really matter. Let's just see how we've done in the Champions League. I accidentally pressed Copa de España, but in the Champions League, we did go through and we easily won the group with 12 points, 3 wins, 3 losses, undefeated so far. Let's see if we get to the final and skip to the end of the season. And at the end of the season, once again, we fall off the 4th place with only 1 point separating us and Barcelona. I mean, like I said, I'm happy with 4th place, but I want to try and get a trophy. We haven't won anything so far, and I think we should get it. But we could win our first trophy here, because we're in back-to-back European finals. And this one is the Champions League, which is a bit bigger than Europa League. But Man City is our opponent, and let's see how we do. This is what the team looks like. I mean, a couple of players have really grown exponentially. So I'm hoping this could be a really good match. But, I mean, City is just a great team. And somehow we always get an English opponent in these Champions League finals from our rebuilds. I mean, I know 4 teams are always in the Champions League from England, but give us some other teams, man. I think I only remember playing against City and Liverpool so far, so let's hope we can defeat them again. And as you know, the video will be ending after this match, because we are in the Champions League final, and that's our big challenge. The challenge in my videos is to get to the Champions League final. So if we lose this, we technically lose the video, and I really hope we don't do that. And I have a lot of, I trust the players. I have a lot of trust in my players. So let's just get into this. And we do get the first chance with Musiala playing Ramos through. Gonzalo Ramos with a really bad shot, let's be honest. But it does show that we can actually get chances, which, I mean, we haven't really seen so far. And another chance for us. We were completely destroying City so far. Quick 1-2 with Velasco. Plays through to Ramos against Gonzalo Ramos. And he does get our first goal. I mean, our second goal in this video. First goal in the final of this Champions League. And it could mean greatness coming to Valencia. But City hits straight back with a big chance for Haaland to score against us. But our keeper. I mean, I'm not even trying to say his name. Mamardashvili. I'm sorry if I butchered it, but great save from our goalie. But we do get another chance with Llorente playing Rafinha through, former rivals, now teammates, and Rafinha bangs it in. Great goal to get our second and double up our score to potentially defeat City. And this is a great goal. Great pass from Llorente to play him through, and it's a good little finish past Ederson. And Rafinha is through again. Could score his second goal, but it's a good save by Ederson. And I made a substitution to put Carvalho in instead of Musiala just because I wanted to play with our youth talent, and he gives me a right. He proves me right. I don't know why I said he gives me a right, but he proves me right by substituting him in. And he scores our third goal of the night. And I mean, let's be honest, it's in the bag. We've won the Champions League at this point. Our youth academy player completely ends City's hopes. Then after this hard-fought battle, after losing our first European final in the Europa League and immediately bouncing back and winning the Champions League the season afterwards, this has genuinely been the quickest rebuild I've done this year. I mean, this whole channel, like in my entire channel history, this has been the biggest rebuild. I mean, not really even the biggest, the fastest rebuild we've done. And the fun part is we kept quite a few players from our starting lineup, with Gaia and our keeper still being here. And I just love it when I get to do that, when I get to keep a few players that are in the starting lineup. And Gaia was our captain at the beginning of this rebuild, and he is our captain that's going to lift the Champions League for Valencia for the first time in their history. Gaia gives us the Champions League, and I want to thank you all for watching. I want to ask you to leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you in a while. Goodbye.